everybody drops that.
Bomb, bomb.
Who are you on your club?
I said drop a bomb, Dad.
Yo people, what's going on? And that is it. That is over. I'm here at ATL again, Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and it's finished. Tour complete. Man United. No more games to play in America. I believe we won the competition, which is good. So well done to us. Came out here, didn't lose. There was things to be admired. There's things that I didn't like, but I'm gonna start. Let's get the negatives out of the way. Little just how can I say it? Not winning our battles, not winning the duels. There was things that we could have done better, you know, but then when you take off certain players and then you're not looking at the people with real serious attacking impetus. I look at the likes of Dorgu compared to Delo. No disrespect to Delo, but there's just stuff that Delo he's not an attacking threat. And it's crazy because me and Flex were talking about the likes of him versus Wan-Bissaka. Obviously, always said that Delo was the more attacking one, but when it comes down to it, there's levels to attack. I'm talking about being a true goal threat. And at the moment, what I can say is Dorgu has gone up another level, but then the likes of Delo hasn't. So what we did have in the first half was we had Mbumo and Ahmad. Who are you going to pick up? You stay touch tight to Mbumo, Ahmad's going to get free, and Ahmad started to get some real space and is being dangerous, and you had almost danger on both sides. You just had danger all over the park. There's a lot of players that you want to have to look after. It becomes very dangerous. And I saw some good one-touch passing. We looked good in the first half. So that's the only type of negative I can say about, you know, how we started to lose the ball. In second half, I would say that we just got a bit messy in the second half in terms of, you know, like strayed passes. Ugarte, I wouldn't say this was his best game. I think he found himself culpable many times, not really checking his mirrors really to know what's around him, and he got caught out a few times. But again, these are things that can be fixed, but these are the habits that we need to deal with at Man United. Like, we need to get into a stage where we're cutting out all sorts of mistakes. Bruno, let me get into the positives. Let me get into one more negative. I'll do the Bruno negative. The Bruno negative is he has to do so much for the team, and I think he takes that responsibility to the next level sometimes, and then you get the good and bad of Bruno, the Jekyll and Hyde. So today he was a good performer, man of the match, but then you also get the Bruno that is going to try to nutmeg someone, lose the ball, and then the team don't recover and get into position the way they need to. And there was still a lot of things that happened in the breakdown of that play, but then it was like, you just got to make better decisions. I think some of the times they're trying to find the low. There you go. There's sometimes they're trying to find the local George. There's sometimes they're trying to make certain decisions that it didn't go his way. But let's just get into the positives, because there's so many today. And the first person I'm going to start with is definitely Bruno. You know, Bruno, goal and assist. Goal and assist. Yes, goal and assist. The penalty, which wasn't a penalty, but we'll take it anyway. I think there should have been a penalty given when someone handballs it in the box. I can't remember which player it was, but there was a cheeky handball in the box earlier in the game as well. So that should have been a penalty. There was also, their goal was offside, which is absolutely nonsense. But that's neither here nor there. The player stayed fit. Bruno was finding some good forward passes. I love the one-touch football when Mbumo, Cunha was on, getting into good positions, and it was tidy at times. First half it looked tidy, and it was like, you know what, we've had to deal with a team that is physical, aggressive, Premier League. This felt like a Premier League game, and then it's almost one of the results that you probably be like, damn, points shared, when it could have been a 3 points game, but then the silly stuff from us. So it was the best preparation, I would say, for the Premier League. You know, that was really what it was. Another player that needs a lot of praise, Dorgu, he's done well this preseason. Lenny Euro is, I don't want to go and use mad superlatives to describe this player, but we have one right there. That's all I can say is we found ourselves a gem. And what they were talking about, they done the data and said about a certain player, and they said when this comes available, you have to sign him. We're starting to see what Real Madrid were looking at when they were scouting this player. He's just got this talent, he's got this calmness, he's got this coolness. He can the way he moves, he's a very, very good player. And it doesn't seem that he's that age, it kind of sees the difference between the likes of him and Aiden Heaven. Aiden Heaven is still raw, but then there's talent there. You see, he kind of got himself into a few little problems, passing wise and stuff and touch. But again, that's all gonna come. Who else were there that deserves some praise? Mason Mount was good in the end. Luke Shaw, yeah. If we're being fair, Luke Shaw's probably he's gained from this tour more than a lot of players. He's come out with some good credit. I'm not now saying everybody Luke Shaw's the answer is the truth, but you're seeing what everyone says about Luke Shaw in terms of when he's fit and available, he's a very good player. The question is how many times he's been fit and available. But taking that apart, him as a left centre back, he's very good. He is very good. Like there was things he was doing today, and I was like, I want to be mad, but like, you're just good at your job, Luke. You're good at your job, and it's going to be difficult for Lisandro to dislodge him. But then, will it really be because it's a fitness thing? But then these guys are starting to stay fit. No one's talking about it. Mason Mount is still playing football somehow. He hasn't gone down with injury. He's just been available. Luke Shaw, we saw that time when he hit the floor and thought, oh man, he's out again, but he seems like he's ready, seems like he's back. Tour, let me just break down Tour quickly. Are we ready is the question. Are we ready for Premier League football? That was a question I was asking myself earlier. I'm gonna say 80%, way ready than we was before. And that gives me a lot of hope, that gives me a lot of optimism. You're hearing the manager talk. I was listening to him in a press conference. He said, we do need some more pieces. We need some players that are really gonna, take us to the next level. So these are the things I'm waiting for. Man United, I have to say this, man. They are giving me a sense of, oh man, I'm looking forward to the season. I am looking forward to the season, and I wasn't before. I need to see certain players come in. I had got some great insight talking to George really, and about just Cobby and their plan for Cobby this season as well. And they need to make sure Cobby's getting enough minutes, because again, the contract is the contract, and he needs to feel like he can get and play for England. And this is such a important year for so many players. If we don't get Sesko, there is that feeling of, well, we might try to do what you saw today. There's a chance that you could see that, or we could be in the market for. Listen, it's open. That's the one thing I will say. But then they're making sure Cobby's happier that he's playing now, and there's a plan for him. There's a pathway for Cobby. So maybe we have to get used to this false nine thing, or just the Cobby Ugarte thing. Maybe that's the thing. Anyway, people, tour's been great. I hope you like the behind the scenes footage. There's another interview I got as well. It's a good one. So make sure you check that out. It's a top tier, to be honest. And really good information. So yeah, check that out. You lot, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. America's been amazing. You guys have been absolutely great. I don't know how many subscribers are on now, but you lot can see progression, rose to the next level. Stay blessed. I'm out of here. Peace.
Drop a bomb.
Back with a vengeance. KG's back with an entrance. Big up to those in attendance.
Look at this.
Reds come together like Tetris. No rules, this one's reckless. None can compare with the KG done. Better take cover when he drops that. Going on reckless, just it's on. It's that time when he drops that.
Who are you on? Your club!
I said drop a bomb, Dad.